Although it's not nearly the retail apocalypse of past years, there has been a change. According to a survey, at least 803 U.S. stores are scheduled to close this coming future. There are a variety of reasons given. Some claim they are trying to save expenses, while others are managing bankruptcy procedures. Let us look at the top 7 big-ticket retailers on the verge of extinction. Number 1 is Bed Bath & Beyond. Hundreds of Bed Bath & Beyond locations are closing. Bed Bath & Beyond is closing hundreds of locations, removing its large blue signs, and organizing linen aisles. The business said that it would be filing for bankruptcy and that it would be closing its 120 Buy Baby stores and the 360 Bed Bath & Beyond stores that remain. In the last 12 months, Bed Bath & Beyond has already shuttered 400 locations. Already, a few empty locations have been taken over by retailers, including TJ Maxx, HomeGoods, and Ross. Retail landlords and real estate analysts speculate that Planet Fitness, Burlington, Five Below, Nordstrom Rack, and other low-cost gyms may also occupy the locations. The corporation operates in all 50 states, with the majority of its locations in densely populated regions such as Florida, Texas, California, and New Jersey. Additionally, most of its stores are under 50,000 square feet and located in the suburbs of large and mid-sized cities, all desirable attributes in the retail industry as brands shift towards smaller premises to cut costs associated with personnel, rent, and other overhead. Retail analysts from Telsey Advisory Group wrote in a note to clients that given desirable locations and an average size of about 30,000 square feet, there is good interest for Bed Bath & Beyond stores that are closing. In select instances, landlords are also willing to replace outdated Bed Bath & Beyond leases due to the company's practice of paying rent that was below market in specific areas. Federal Realty, a real estate investment trust that owns 9 Bed Bath & Beyond locations, is presently in talks to go into Bed Bath & Beyond properties with companies including TJX, Burlington, Ross, Nordstrom Rack, Container Store, and others. Number 2 is Dollar General. Amidst significant upheaval, several Dollar General shops have been closing. Dollar's numerous general stores around the nation have shuttered as a result of ongoing safety issues. Following several customer complaints of unsafe conditions brought on by overstocked products blocking the aisles and other areas of the store, the closures have taken place. While Dollar General has suffered with safety concerns, financial difficulties have forced many other businesses to downsize. The problem with safety infractions dates back to November 2022, when a Dollar General in Gretna, Virginia closed as a result of complaints from customers. One of the most prosperous corporations globally, Dollar General is closing many of its facilities in March as a result of financial mismanagement. Number 3 is Tuesday Morning. Another nationwide retailer has declared its intention to close its doors. Tuesday Morning, a discount store, made the announcement that it will be closing all of its locations. This follows the Texas-based retailer's voluntary delisting from the NASDAQ in December and its voluntary filing of Chapter 11 bankruptcy papers earlier this year. Tuesday Morning is closing all of its locations and going out of business. It is the second significant U.S. retailer of home goods to fail in the last few days. The shop stated that it has begun a going out of business sale with discounts of 30% off on its products sold in its approximately 200 remaining outlets on Facebook and its website. Gift card holders have until May 13 to spend them, and in the upcoming weeks, locations will begin to close. For the 49-year-old shop group, filing for bankruptcy for the second time in 3 years is a depressing conclusion. Tuesday Morning said in 2023 that its exceedingly burdensome debt was the reason for company restructuring. At the height of the pandemic, in May 2020, it filed for bankruptcy for the first time due to protracted store closures that created an insurmountable financial hurdle. Number 4 is CVS. Given that the pandemic is now largely over and that brick-and-mortar retail is recovering more slowly than other, more resilient segments of the market, drugstores are prime candidates for transformation and possibly unavoidably consolidation. Hundreds of CVS stores would close as a result of a policy change that was first proposed in 2021 as the business attempted to reduce expenses and avoid losses. To make sure it has the proper kinds of stores in the right places for customers and for the business, the corporation has been studying changes in population, consumer buying patterns, and future health needs. According to the corporation, as part of this plan, CVS Health will eliminate about 300 stores annually for the next 3 years and reduce store density in specific geographies. The pharmacy has previously closed its stores in Berkeley, California, San Francisco, Albany, New York, Houston, Kansas City, Missouri, and Tallahassee, Florida. When making decisions about store closures, we take into account a variety of factors such as preserving access to pharmacy services, local market dynamics, population changes, the density of stores in a community, and making sure there are alternative geographic access points to meet the needs of the community, a spokesperson said. Number 5 is Big Lots. Big Lots, a retailer with more than 1,400 sites, is reviewing store footprint and is closing its main store. Big Lots, which has approximately 30,300 square feet, has announced that it is closing one of its largest locations. The closure is scheduled for January 2024, right after the holiday shopping season. The Sacramento Business Journal states that the Big Lots store in Carmichael, California, was put up for lease last month. Consistent with standard retail practices, we review our store footprint on an ongoing basis to make sure we're best positioned to successfully serve our customers and our business. Josh Cheney, a Big Lots spokesperson, told the publication via email. Sometimes this process results in store closings or relocations. This anchor store in the Carmichael Center is the second one to close in the neighborhood in the previous 12 months. The CEO, Bruce Thorne, gave the closure as the result of significant shifts in consumers' buying patterns. Our gross margin and sales figures met our projections, and most significantly, our year-over-year inventory reductions persisted, he stated. Big Lots has demonstrated that it can outperform comparable bargain businesses in rural and small-town areas. Thus, Thorne clarified that the company will increasingly focus on these markets. Number 6 is Nordstrom. As the city experiences a retail exodus, Nordstrom closed its 5-story department store in San Francisco on Sunday, capping a 35-year tenure. When the business made the announcement of its closure a few months ago, it stated that the dynamics of the downtown San Francisco market have changed dramatically over the past several years, impacting customer foot traffic to our stores and our ability to operate successfully. The San Francisco Center, which was formerly a busy shopping district in the middle of the city, has suffered greatly in recent years. According to Westfield, foot traffic has decreased from 9.7 million visits in 2019 to 5.6 million in 2022, and total sales have decreased from $455 million in 2019 to $298 million in 2022. This year, a total of 15 Nordstrom and Nordstrom Rack locations will close in the United States and Canada. 13 of the 15 Nordstrom locations that are closing are in Canada, while 2 are in the United States. 6 of the 13 Nordstrom locations and 7 of the Nordstrom Rack stores are closing in Canada. The 2,500 jobs lost as a result of the store closures. Number 7 is Best Buy. By the end of this year, Best Buy plans to close up to 30 shops. Revenue for the fourth quarter of Best Buy was $14.7 billion, about 10% less than the previous year. The corporation stated that the ongoing economic and inflationary pressures on consumers. What do you think about the closure of these big-ticket retailers? Will it affect you and your family? What are your thoughts on this situation? Do tell us opinions in the comments section. For more interesting stories and updates, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon for notifications. Goodbye.